I am a trickster. This is a cooler version of saying that you pull out your hair for fun and on purpose. It's called trichotillomania. It's doctors disagree on it, so I don't really know what it is. If it's anxiety related or if it's depression related, everyone has their own story, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about mine. Mine started in about fifth grade. I didn't think it was that bad. I really did. I just did it like here and there just a few times a day, but my fifth grade teacher noticed. I went to a pretty small school, and she looks at me in the middle of reading something and says, "Ashley, stop pulling out your hair," in front of the entire class, and I was just utterly mortified. I mean, I thought it was the end of the world. I thought it was the worst thing that had ever happened to me. Um, it wasn't that bad that year though, and I never addressed it. I didn't want to. It was kind of a denial phase until I got into sixth grade, and at this point, I got to the point in the middle of the year to where I had bald spots here and but mostly up here, and I mean pretty substantial bald spots. Nothing you see, just it wasn't thinner in spots. I mean it was bald. Um, I avoided any school function that would involve any kind of weirdness with my hair. By that I mean like swimming and PE class. I mean I would just skip class even if I got in trouble. Anything was worth more than someone finding out about my problem. Um, I wouldn't let anyone touch my head, and I wouldn't tell even my best friends. And back then, I was big into diary writing. I wrote all about my stupid issues, all about every boyfriend, every guy I liked, which was like 10 a week, like any little girl. Um, my parents didn't know, and but at the end of the night, I went to bed knowing, at the end of the day, I had to deal with it basically. And I mean, what 12 or 13-year-old girl wants bald spots? And I would just cry about it. Sometimes, within the hours of having to style my hair and try to conceal this, I would just cry. I mean, it was so retarded that, normal girls cry over pimples and normal girls cry over boys and fights with their parents. And I was in my room crying because I was bald. And it was a very emotional time for me. And I had a lot of other physical problems going on with it. So, um, that was when I was 12, 13, 14, and I'm 22 now and I still have it. So I basically had this for 10 years. And over the course of my life, it's gotten easier, but not that much. I mean, I've always kept really short hair, and I've only had people I know cut my hair. And my parents lived in Europe at the time, so I went to a stylist for my birthday. I didn't want to turn my grandma down, but she wanted me to get um, highlights put in my hair. She knew how much I liked to change my hair. She didn't know why I liked to change my hair, but she knew I liked to. So I had this male whatever hair cutter, I can't think of the name, stylist cut my hair, or not cut it but put highlights in it, and he looks down at my head and says, "What? Why you have no hair?" And I was like, just humiliated. I told him I was sick. I told him that I had an iron deficiency, and he was just weirded out by it. And it was just, oh my gosh, it was horrible. So, my freshman year of high school, I decided to tell my parents after I looked up on Google pulling out hair. I just put that in, and all the stuff came up about trichotillomania. And I was just so shocked. I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know that there were other people out there that had this. I just thought that I was a freak. I just told myself I was a freak. I mean, I wouldn't even, write it in my diaries. I wouldn't tell my best friends. And so I told my parents about it, and they were kind of just like, well, stop doing it. It's like anything, it's like, you know, biting your nails. It's like anything. It's not that big a deal. And so I of course wanted to believe what my parents had to say, so I didn't want it to be a big deal. So I ignored it. Never talked to a doctor about it. And I've taken the hair growth vitamins. I'm trying to grow my hair out again. I've had hair extensions. I mean, thousands of dollars worth of hair extensions. I've had every kind you can imagine. Hair has become somewhat of an obsession to me. And so, everyone that I know, or most people actually, except for like a couple, like maybe like two or three, know that I changed my hair because of my problem. They don't know, you know, 95% of the people I know don't know that it's because I pull out my hair. Um, I don't know why I do it. It's an exhilarating feeling. It's this feeling of just I don't know. It's like it's the moment you pull it out, it feels good. It's not like I'm a masochist. It's not like I cut myself or anything and like it. It's nothing like that. It's a very simple pleasure, and and it always occurs in one spot. So, um, and yeah, when I did it around my friends, I was just so masterful about hiding it. I mean, it was amazing. You know, they would look away for a split second, I'd pull really fast, and same thing with my parents or class or anything. And I got really crafty with it. But anyways, I think that this needs to be brought to more public attention. You know, there's little news clippings about it here and there, but it's really I don't think it's enough for what it is. It's not that rare anymore, and I'm realizing this more and more as I get older. And if there was something out there, you know, that like more than just like a tiny support group, there are none around me. I live like in the ass crack of America, so it's probably not gonna happen. But I just think it needs to be brought to bigger attention. And if you want to comment and share your story, do you have a similar story? Do you do it because you're sad or because you're mad or maybe if you're happy? I don't know. Um, and how do you feel? And how long have you struggled? And what have you done about it? And definitely share, comment, be awesome.